extravaganza.com for all your inquiries and questions. Elite Realty Dominica, where exquisite living is defined by nature.
That's just how we roll.
Let me tell you who I'm rolling with. I am rolling with the Dot Experiment. I don't know if you ever heard of them before, but the Dot Experiment is here to help you with all your cell phone and computer needs. The Dot Experiment is here for all your tech, all your software problems, whether it's the storage full, your laptop won't boot, or you're just tired of your current setup, or you're just looking for tech support. The Dot Experiment is the only way to go. Call them today, 404-259-1343, or you can email them at support@thedotexperiment.com for a free consultation. Don't waste your money buying tech stuff and tech software that you don't understand and don't know how to use. Contact the Dot Experiment, the professionals in fixing all your stuff, man. So before you buy that cell phone, before you get that computer, contact the Dot Experiment. It's the only way to go. I'm telling you, that's how we roll it over here.
Tonight.
Give it to me, do it to me, give it to me. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. The way you make me.
Do you like music like this? That's right, I'm asking you. Do you like music like this? Then why have you not been to Sophisticated Saturday as yet? That's right, each and every third Saturday of the month, we call it Sophisticated Saturdays. Where we keep it at? Caribbeanlifetv Studios. 6254 Memorial Drive is the only place to be each and every third Saturday of the month. So if you want to celebrate your birthday, if you just want to come hang out and have some fun with grown people having big fun, Sophisticated Saturdays is the only place to be. It's brought to you by yours truly, DJ Reds, and my boy, Mr. B. Sophisticated Saturdays, every third Saturday of the month, 6254 Memorial Drive is where the grown people go and have good, clean fun. Every third Saturday of the month, man. The way you make me feel, I'm just going to have fun. I'll see you there, Sophisticated Saturdays. I got you. It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. Do you need more information on shipping your items to the U.S., Southeast region, or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. They also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your barrel shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718-9675 on WhatsApp or 770-323-1111. Caribbean International Shipping, the only way to send your stuff to the island.
I can't understand why Coco T make this girl have him here wait so long. It seems like him not stand up as a true man, but this is him loving strong, strong, strong. She have to come along.
I don't wanna wait in vain for your love,
baby girl.
I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
Chano, you're my girl.
From the very first time I bless my eyes on you, girl, my heart says follow through.
Yeah.
But I know now that I'm way down on your line.
She looks so fine,
but the way things feeling fine.
She a one of a kind.
So don't treat me like a puppet on a string.
Don't pull me,
cause I know I can do my thing. Don't talk to me if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know when you're gonna come.
all I know she have to come with me. Wanna take her down to Paris, take her down to Rome, take her to the beach and from there to my home. Candlelight dinner for only two alone. No disturbance, no calling on the phone. No more out there, I man will roam. She give me sweet loving, that's I never leave home.
Cause it summer is here, and I'm still waiting here.
Keep on waiting.
Winter is here, I'm still waiting here.
You are beautiful, you are wonderful. You make me jump out of me turning a hole. Rail up and down like a bad bull. Little after that me have to draw for me dull. Baby girl, I love you so much. Let we sit and talk about such and such. Keep away talking left key and Dutch. Cause right I know girl I got the tender
like
touch.
I said, it's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door.
Why you waiting too long?
And I still can knock some more.
Keep on knocking.
Ooh girl, is Is it feasible? I wanna know now. For I to knock some more.
Keep on
You
knocking.
see, in life I know there's a lot of grief.
Boy, Coco, it seems like this girl want to take it for your
But your
postmaster.
love is my relief.
Lord of mercy, I'm going to take her down to Paris, take her down to Rome, take her to the beach and from there to my home. Candlelight dinner for only two alone. No disturbance, no calling on the phone. I want to take her on a trip down on the North Coast. Give her for me loving, me send dose by dose. Baby girl, are you I love the most? Coco to your ball and I scream till the most.
I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
Keep on waiting.
I don't wanna wait in vain.
Baby,
I don't wanna wait in vain.
it's a baby.
Tuesday evening, straight up. Wow, it seems like summer came about real fast. We just jumped out of spring and jump into summer. Yeah. Mr. Coca T in the background doing something made famous by Mr. Bob Marley. It's good to hear some reggae music, and I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why I'm saying that is because all weekend it's been all soca and the carnival weekend. Okay? Sharon, how you doing today?
Doing great as usual.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a part of that soca mix
All right,
that
okay.
you're talking about.
Well, that's good. At least you're awake. I try to speak with some people from the weekend that went to the soca events, and somehow they were kind of sleepy and draggy, and
Oh my goodness. Still trying to recover.
still trying to recover. Today is recovery day. So Sharon, what did you attend as far as the carnival is concerned?
I was right there in the midst of it.
Really? That was you?
Downtown-
That was you, Sharon?
Red, you hear that? You hear that? No, I was working the VIP tent, between the artist tent and the VIP tent. Not
Yeah.
me. It wasn't me in the costume,
so it wasn't
Pastor
you.
Rob. No,
It
it
wasn't
wasn't
you.
me.
Okay.
I'm full of shaggy now. It wasn't me.
Well, that's all right. But if
It was good. It was great, though.
Yeah,
It was great. I mean, we thought for a second that it wasn't going to happen. Because
Really?
of that, that thunderstorm?
Oh,
Man,
yes,
we had
yes,
a
yeah, in the
tornadic
morning.
situation, and we were like, wow, tent blowout and everything. But you know what? Thank God. Because the persons that were there, they were ready, rain or shine, they were ready to party. Hey, those people no monkey don't stop no showing, and the weather don't stop them, you know. Them have them expensive costumes. They won't let it go to waste?
Of course,
Oh, please.
Of course. So everyone had a good time, huh? That's what you're
Everybody had
saying?
a wonderful time, and it was good. I mean, big up to Pat Henry. When I tell you her team, I mean, show up and show out as usual. So, and they move in Carnival to, to its local, its original location, Central Park. That is where it started, and that's where it's supposed to be. So West Side, we're done. We're going back to Central Park.
Okay.
Can't wait.
all
Next
right.
year, and it's going to be dedicated to the Trinidadians. So Trinis, get ready.
Okay, all right. Okay, where's the Central Park? Where?
Back in Midtown. Central Park is where not Central Park, New York, Pastor.
Yeah, so
No man,
No, no.
Central Park, Atlanta. So
Oh, okay.
that's where
All right.
that's where its original home is. So that's where it's going back to. And this year was Dominica was the island that was represented.
All
so next
right.
year it's going to be Trinidad. So it's going
Wow.
to be
So
bigger
you know
and better.
it's going to be turn up,
What? Oh my God!
up and down.
Let me tell you, man, them Trini know
Yeah.
original carnival
Well,
people,
people
and they
is-
know how to party. So I can imagine next year's going to be wild.
Okay,
Wilder.
all right, very good. All right, so
What?
we're here at Caribbean Extravaganza on a Tuesday evening, and I want to welcome a few guests that stopped by here to visit us today. We got quite a few people that we're going to speak to this evening, but
Yes.
yeah, we got the doctor coming up, the Reverend Doctor.
Yes.
Of course.
And we have the artist himself. I mean, from Guyana, Dwayne D68 Anderson.
Yes.
I mean, he is fantastic. And we have none other than Nadine Dixon. Did I say the trouble? No, I didn't say the troublemaker. I was just joking. But my friend Nadine Dixon from AJA, from Clarendon College alum, Peter James. I mean, everybody in Atlanta knows Peter James.
Yeah.
Anybody? Everybody knows Peter. I mean, when you see, all you say in a pastor, it's like, you know Peter, and I'm saying, who don't know Peter? Everybody,
That's right.
everybody know Peter. I'm tuning me up, but it's all right, you know. But yes, everybody know. But they're here this evening to represent CC,
Right.
Clarendon College.
Yeah.
One of those colleges in Jamaica that boy, everybody and their mother and sister who didn't go to KC or St. Hugh's or Campadon or whatever, wish they went to Clarendon College.
I want to tell you, Sharon, you can't mention Casey and Campadon in Clarendon College sentences anymore. No. Clarendon College have risen to be one of the premier, if not the premier.
CC.
Oh, Lord. Reds, get the security guard for me because we're going to short him out to the studio.
Yeah, and I know you guys are here to talk about the
yes, the happenings around town. I mean,
the ball coming up, but your normal, what do you call it? Ball? It's your ball, right?
Yes, our annual ball.
Yeah, but maybe some folks in the audience just don't know too much about Clarendon College. So, y'all going to fill us in about the location and what are some of the things that we should know about Clarendon College.
That's why we have to bring the historian with us
Oh,
here.
yes. Trouble. Trouble.
I would like the way she framed that.
And as you could see, he's wearing his CC shirt, all the way from
Both of them.
all the way from 2012.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
She's representing too, because the first thing I saw when she walked in, I was like, CC.
Yeah.
So this is actually alumni 1989. So this is specifically to the year I graduated.
Okay, wow.
Interesting.
Wow, 89, huh?
Interesting.
All right.
Not to age myself.
89 age. Anyways, come on now.
Yeah, so
Tell
Clarendon
something.
College is nestled in the hills of Clarendon. Chapelton started out in Ivy Store, that little area down below Chapelton. For those of you that are familiar with Clarendon, and the Reverend Lester Davy was a Myconian, started Clarendon College, and we had a few students. I think there's still one student alive from that original class.
Okay.
But Clarendon
And
College,
that's you?
No. I was before that. Okay, so figured it out. My math wasn't my strongest point. I can tell you, right? But Clarendon College started from humble beginnings, and we pride ourselves on having come from the core.
Yes.
We weren't any of those fertilized ones, right, Nadine? We were the original stuff, the real deal, So started in Clarendon and still in Clarendon. So it moved up to the location now in Chapelton, where it's been.
Yes.
On the other side, going on to Summerfield.
Yes.
And man, it's an institution that has grown right now. It's one of the largest high schools in Clarendon, boasting students from all over, because we have boarders, we have guys who come from the different areas. When I was in school, we had guys from almost every parish. Some of the track stars and the footballers came in and housed in dorm. And dorm life is it's kind of like another school. Because, I mean, it's the real, you get a real sense of taking responsibility early.
Yes.
And it kind of comes out in the way that the students carry themselves. Despite, I mean, we're not trying to say we're squeaky clean like some of the other schools, but we hold our own, and we do a very good job of, trying to stay on course and everything. So Nadine, we call her the Dream Queen. She's the one that's going to give us some more information on the ball, in a sense, what's going on, where it's going to be, and all that good stuff. And we'll just fill it. We'll work in tandem.
Okay.
So let me ask you, though, before you go to the ball, because I know that entire weekend there's stuff happening, because you have the meet and greet, starting out with your meet and greet. And, explain to us what that entire weekend looks like from Friday through Sunday, because you've got activities 3 days, for the weekend.
Okay, so the meet and greet, we have folks coming in from all over the country, Illinois, Florida, you name it, Kansas. We have a CC students, Canada sometimes, and we have been representatives from Jamaica also coming in. Occasionally, we've had people from the UK, because we have 5 chapters. One in the UK, one in Toronto, we got one in Atlanta, one in Florida, South Florida. New York. That's in the state. And then you have in Jamaica. So that makes it. So we're very, we realize that the system cannot support all the schools. So we try to play a big impact, and we do take a lot of responsibility in providing scholarships. And a lot of the stuff that we do is to engage and make the lives of the students there much better. So the scholarships is something we do. We do support the school challenge quiz, what they do. I mean, of course, the footballers, I was leaving the cream for the last, because we're, for the last 7 years, we're the champions in football in Jamaica. The best team, bar none. We don't make no apologies for doing that. You know what I mean?
The trophies speak for themselves.
Exactly. It's not just lip service, but this is the real deal. So Clarendon College is on the map. You know, the premier high school in Clarendon.
Yes.
And we're not going to boast and say we're the premier high school in all of Jamaica, but we are right up there with everybody else.
Very good.
You know, we're graceful enough to give them kudos when they do necessary. So the weekend, as Sharon was saying, we're starting off. Folks coming in. They're gonna be at the hotel in Midtown, the Marriott Century.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a little meet and greet. And for folks who want to come by, it's gonna be at Mama's Paradise, and that's in Duluth, right at Satellite Boulevard on 120, right across from Epic Insurance. It's another the plaza right there. So come on over and join us. We have good food, good music, and good company.
It starts at 8 p.m.
It starts at 8 p.m.
All right.
So one of the things that the different chapters do is they try not to have events at the same time so others can attend. So that way we usually have a bigger turnout, and it's an opportunity for us to see persons we haven't seen in years. And it's just usually so much fun, especially the meet and greet. You get to laugh, to catch up with your friends, meet new friends, associate certain names with faces that you haven't seen in like forever. So the meet and greet is usually a great opportunity because you have more time to talk to each other, because on Saturday night when the ball, everybody just want to dance. They don't really want to socialize. They just want to dance and party.
And they kind of sort of at their own tables, though, because I know when I go to a gala, when I go to, you know, it's a sit-down and very formal kind of setting, so you can't get up and run over there and talk to people as freely because there's a program going on. But when you have a meet and greet, you know, like you said, you're free to just roam about and mingle and get to catch up, you know, and then comes that big Sunday, right? Because you have something else coming up on
so
Sunday.
Saturday, just to kind of recheck a little. The meet and greet starts at 8 o'clock and runs until about 12 midnight.
Oh.
And then you go back to the hotel for those folks that are there, or go home. And then Saturday, now, the big event starts at 6 o'clock. We start getting stuff. Dinner served at 8. So, you know, leave the space for the dinner. We're going to have a sumptuous meal.
Don't tell them 8, because, you know, then they're going to come in at 9. So 6, and we starting at 7.
What CPT?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good advice. You know, want to come when the dinner is warmed up and ready.
That's right.
You know.
And we have DJ Migraine.
Okay.
You know, I mean, no headaches though. We're gonna tell them. DJ Migraine is gonna be spinning as usual. He's part of the fabric. Okay. Even though he's a KC boy, but we cut him some slack. So Migraine.
DJ Migraine will be on board. Okay. All right. So it shaping up to be a good evening. You know.
Yeah, it's going to be at Atlanta Marriott Hotel Northeast, Emory area, 2000 Century Boulevard.
Okay, so
definitely.
Folks.
And tickets are only $120, guys. You can't beat that. Only $120. They will not be sold on that day, so you definitely want to go ahead and get it. Also, there's still rooms available at a discount rate. You can get that. You have until the 31st to book your room. So guess what, guys? No excuses for not coming out. You can get your rooms to sleep over for those in the Atlanta area, and usually have concerns about driving too far home.
Okay. I wonder who those are.
Yeah, if you have issues with the tickets, you can call Dr. Hyacinth Scott at 954-292-3816. Again, Dr. Hyacinth Scott, 954-292-3816, or Robert Douglas, 678-570-2182.
Wow.
Again, 678-570-2182. So Dr. Scott or Robert Douglas. And if you have an issue, you can call me too. I'll take something off. The first 10 people that get in touch with me, you get something off their ticket. I won't tell you how
so,
many.
so
Oh, interesting.
wow.
I'm calling you tonight.
So, Rev, you're gonna be there, Rev. I take it you as I say in the south, you're fixing to be there.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, man. You know, y'all giving me the celebrity treatment, right?
Definitely.
I
Yes.
mean, come on now. Yeah, you can't expect big.
It's a one and scratch that out.
As they say, you can't treat big super duper like not the body, you know.
I hear you.
Pastor Rob, I see you with a blue suit already. That's ready and waiting.
Watch yourself, man.
All right, now.
Can't wait to see him one twice, man.
You probably get a discount. The DJ Reg, if you have a community who have a CLTV discount.
Oh,
about that?
interesting. Interesting. I like that. I like that.
Looking forward to that. Tell us about the picnic on Sunday.
Yes, I know.
Before we go to the picnic, one of the things we're doing also, we are actually gonna be having a raffle, and the proceeds from the raffle is actually gonna be used towards our football field that we're trying to renovate. So we do have raffle tickets, and this is the person to contact. Peter, you want to share your number?
Okay, 678-973-5234. Again, for raffle tickets, they're only $5 each, and we have some great prizes and surprises. So it's 678-973-5234. That's me. I'll handle the raffle sales.
Great, Peter.
Even if you can't come out, it would be a great thing if you can actually buy a few raffle tickets. It's for a worthy cause.
And we have some great sponsors like Mama's Paradise. We have Ione's Caribbean Kitchen. Of course, Royal Caribbean in the mix.
Wow.
We have Affordable Senior Solutions, Plummer Funeral Home, just to name a few of the sponsors who are helping us out in this process.
Okay, and you did mention that some of the proceeds go towards scholarships, right?
Absolutely.
Speak a little bit on that for me, please.
You want to share on the scholarship? Or she's looking at me like, okay.
you
So
can elaborate,
every
yeah.
year, we did a lot of scholarships. We do mentoring. We have a mentoring program where we match them up with somebody here who can guide them through.
Wow, that's
And
great.
we give at least 10 scholarships out of the Atlanta market. No, the other associations in Florida and New York and in Canada, they all chip in. So it's quite a few the scholarships that are given out. I don't have the specific figures, but I can tell you that that's continually over the years. We've sent them to Micah College. They've gone to Cass, UTech. Yeah. Thanks for that. And then some of them overseas in colleges and stuff like that. So we help through in high school. We keep them going, not just give them a one-time thing.
You said 10 from the Atlanta area?
The Atlanta chapter.
The chapter.
Yeah, we contribute.
So our scholarships are specifically for Clarendon College students in Jamaica.
Okay, all right, I see. Okay, very good.
Right, and one of the things we do too is once we have kids in our mentor program, we do continue with them throughout their school term. So if they're 5 years in high school, we do continue throughout, not just a one-time scholarship. As long as their grades and they're still meeting, we help them throughout that 5-year period. We also have others where they go on to UTech and stuff, transition from Clarendon College. We're still there for them.
Okay.
And we have a vibrant mentor program. Broderick Scott, which is our president, Robert Douglas, I forgot who else is, right. He's also has a mentor program. He does most of the athletics. Hyacinth does another chapter, but they do a fantastic job of mentoring.
And just to piggyback on that, but sometimes the athletes or the footballers will come to
that's what I
town
was gonna go to.
and they're here in the States and
Right.
they need some form of grounding, some foundation.
Yes.
And we definitely try to help them out when we can support those that have the need to. We reach out to them, and while they're here in the States, because it's a little different coming from Jamaica, coming here
Yes.
to start the process. So we help them out as much as we can.
Get over that culture shock, so to speak.
Yeah, so you're listening,
Yes.
and you want to participate. As I said, you don't have to be, as Nadine said, at the function.
Right.
We do take donations. You give us a call with the numbers that we gave you, and we can try to steer you in the direction so you can help us out.
Okay, all right, very good. So, Nadine and Peter, thanks for stopping by here this evening. And we're looking forward to putting that one on the list. As we count them down this year, Clarendon College, and tell us the big thing that going on with the soccer last year, because you guys just keep on repeating it. When you going to let somebody else win, huh?
Well, we tried it last year. There were three of them: the Oliver Shield, the Champions Cup. What we did, we used our B team to play Glenmuir to give them a little hedge because they're from Clarendon. So we
Really, Peter?
I mean, we like that.
Did you just go there?
Yeah. So we try to help out the other schools, to give them. So we kind of gave that match, and then we came back and did the Oliver Shield. So we instead of doing the three-peat as we did the year before, we kind of.
So you came back. So y'all won the
It was a
Oliver
Clarendon
Shield.
school, so we kind of gave them the benefit.
Okay.
Yes.
Generosity. I
Keep
like
it all
that.
in one.
In one parish.
Yeah.
Just maintain it down the road.
But don't Rev, I forgot to let you know.
Yeah.
The Sunday at Shorty Howell Park.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes,
In
yes.
Duluth.
Yes.
Right across from the Walmart in that little area there, past the dealership, the Nissan dealership.
2750 Pleasant Hill.
2750 Pleasant Hill. We have our picnic starting at noon.
Yes.
And then we have food and all that type of stuff there. It's another fundraiser for those folks who before they leave town.
It's about 5 minutes from my house, 5-10 minutes. I can't
Yes,
miss.
right down the road.
Right.
And we have a
5 minutes from my church. After
DJ
church, I go straight
Expander.
there.
I think it's DJ Expander is going to be providing the music at that setting.
Okay, all right. Well, that
It's a
sounds good, guys.
fun-filled weekend.
So,
Love
folks, there you have it. We're telling you today, informing you of the Clarendon College ball that will be taking place on starting on Friday, June the 21st, beginning at 8 p.m. to 12
Eating
a.m.
great, yeah.
at Mama's Paradise Lounge. And that's going to be on the Friday. So, they got a full weekend in store for you. Then Saturday night, we might just get a room. Yep. Let's get a room so, you can just...
Already locked in?
Locked in, you know what I'm saying? So, and the ball is actually the Saturday, right? And Nadine, tell us where the ball is again.
It's...
2200 Century Park Drive.
Okay.
Atlanta Marriott Hotel.
Okay, so that Atlanta Marriott Hotel, and on Sunday they wrap
Howell Park.
at the Shorty Howell Park. So quite a weekend there, to go in and meet some Clarendon College folks and be amongst them and friends and be amongst them for a while.
That's right.
I might even wear my Clarendon shirt just to fit in.
That's right.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
It's
all good.
But and let me say it humbly. You gotta rub shoulders with great.
Jeez.
Peter,
Oh my gosh.
Peter, every year you come here, give me one. What's all right? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Let me
I'll
tell
take
you.
it.
And look, the only reason he's getting away with this in a Reds, guess why? Because I have Clarendonian blood, Tina. So guess what? My mother's family, all our family members, Glenmuir and Clarendon College and Veer and Edwin Allen, says pure Clarendon people. So I love that.
Yeah, you need
So
to rub
it's just one of them things.
But DJ Reds, you look like Sharon have all kind of blood in her because everybody come share.
Everybody share.
No man, no. Get it? Don't get it twisted. No, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Kingstonian born,
Well,
but my mother is a Clarendonian born,
Oh,
Frankfield, and then my daddy is a St. Andrew born. So guess what? We've got St. Andrew Clarendon.
She have to wrap up.
Of course. So it's just hey,
We
I
adopt
represent
you,
three
Sharon.
parishes.
We adopt you. So, of course, we can
parishes.
expect to see
Adopt.
the CLTV crew with their own table coming over.
We're getting a discount.
Remember, you're getting a discount, the CLTV discount.
Reds is the witness.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, well, that's good. Good to have you guys here with us this evening, and
Yes,
hopefully
yes,
that
yes,
you'll
yes.
stop back again sometime in the future, okay? All right, so...
It's been our pleasure
Okay.
to be here to
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you guys,
We appreciate
of course.
it, man.
Nadine, what's the motto again?
Persevere.
It persevere. It means
Persevere and excel.
All right, I love that. I love
way
that.
to go, way to go. Woo!
Folks, there we have it.
Energy.
Clarendon College.
Blend them under roots and culture. Blend them
Extravaganza on us Tuesday evening.
Blend them under roots and culture. Me used to sing a dance, we never get no money. I was spreading good words to everybody. Now we are spread it universally. There's a lot more you gonna hear from me. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them under roots and culture. Some may try to criticize me, but I'm walking in the footsteps of the Almighty. You know you with them I say. A whole boobaroo in my mash up the place. Hear the next few I say. Long time him a sing, make him go and go away. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Wonder if you see what I mean. Nothing naughty, pure reality. That's what you'll always hear from me. My people of the Almighty. One love to every good. My people of the Almighty. Spread your words continually. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Whoa, 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 whoa. Step up, one yeah. Step up, one yeah. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Me used to sing a dance, we never get no money. I was spreading good words to every goodie. Now we are spread it universally. There's a lot more you gonna hear from me. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Some may try to criticize me, but I'm walking in the footsteps of the Almighty. You know you with them I say. A whole boobaroo in my mash up the place. Hear the next few I say. Long time him a sing, make him go and go away. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Wonder if you see what I mean. Nothing naughty, pure reality. That's what you'll always hear from me. My people of the Almighty. One love to every good. My people of the Almighty. Spread your words continually. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Whoa, 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 whoa. We used to sing and dance, we never get no money. I was spreading good words to every goodie. Now me a spread it universally. There's a lot more you gonna hear from me. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture. Some may try to criticize me, but I'm walking in the footsteps of the Almighty. You know you with them I say. A whole boobaroo in my mash up the place. Hear the next crew I say. A long time he must sing, make him go and go real. Blend them, Everton blender. Blend them, under roots and culture.
Mr. Everton Blender in the background. Yeah, Caribbean Extravaganza on a Tuesday evening. And we're going to touch back down in Jamaica right now and pull up Miss Mel J. Mel J?
Hi.
Are you ready?
Hi, PC. Hi, Sharon.
Okay,
Yes,
we're
I
just
am.
Get her in tune
All
right
right.
here.
I'm actually, I hope you guys are doing very well.
Jamaica with the Caribbean buzz. Wonder what's in the buzz today. Okay. Okay, we're going to get her on the mic here. Just a second here.
Here in Jamaica. Absolutely hot. This is like, I'm really feeling the heat of summer right now. All right, so.
Okay, let's get you a little. 1 second here, Mel J. We're going to get you a little louder here. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, TCI Sharon. Hello. All right. So I'm going to get right into it. There's a lot to talk about, but I must say that we are definitely in the heat of summer. I mean, I mean, what, we're just only in May, going into June, and it's absolutely hot. But let me get right into it. Now, I'm going to begin with Sean Kingston. For me, it seems like, there must be some bad luck running with the Seans, Sean Kingston, Sean P. Diddy Combs, but which, but with Sean Kingston, of course, many of you would have known. If you don't know, he's of Jamaican descendants, right? So his mother's Jamaican, his grandparents are Jamaican, etc. Now, I'm going to use the allegedly. Sean Kingston and his mother have actually been taken in custody for fraud and theft. Jesus. Right? Wow. Their homes were actually in Florida was actually raided recently by the the feds, and I'm actually going to be leaving that. I'm going to be following up this story because right now we don't really have enough concrete information. We're only seeing that the home was raided. He and his mother have been taken in custody and been questioned about a number of fraud issues right there, but we don't really know what's really behind it. But I definitely follow up on that for you. But it really seems like the Seans are really having a bad luck right there. So let me move on to Fat Joe. Now, hip-hop star Fat Joe has once again credited Jamaicans for inspiring his popular hit Lean Back. He had a popular hit song, some time ago called Lean Back, and the good thing about it, he was actually on this show with Jennifer Hudson, and he was just actually crediting Jamaica, how much the cultures had actually influenced him to have that hit way back then. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Fat Joe, but he's really big on the hip hop scene. Oh yeah. And basically he's just bigging up Jamaica. No, well, the Caribbean, actually Jamaica specifically had recently gotten this whole thing with the traveling, the negativity, like don't travel to Jamaica, and they keep putting out these what should I call it now, these sort of propaganda, don't come to Jamaica, we're warning you, so and so and so. But here's some good news. Once again, Jamaica has surpassed the numbers in visitors, and visitors have been giving their feedback this time, saying that, hey, we come here and we feel safe. So the numbers are continuously just going up in travel. No matter how many times they put out these travel advisories, don't come to Jamaica, don't come to Jamaica, people are just still flocking the island. So that is some good news. Now, Buju Banton, he is going to be, on his first U.S. tour, right? The Long Walk to Freedom. No, that show was held in Jamaica a few years ago, when he had, was released, when he was incarcerated, but he got released, and that was a very successful show. And he actually is going to be performing on Saturday, July 13, right? Mm-hmm. That's going to be at the UBS Arena in New York. So please, everybody, Buju Banton makes his first U.S. performance in 14 years in New York. So you don't want to miss it, and tickets are already going on sale, and I understand that they're really, 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 really selling like hot bread. Now, for those of you, who travel often, avid travelers, now we all heard what happened with Spirit Airlines this week. Right? For those of you who didn't hear, Spirit Airlines, a flight from Fort Lauderdale, right? That flight was heading to Montego Bay, but unfortunately, there was a scary experience for passengers. There was a mechanical error that I understand that went on in the air, and the captain had made, it was actually flight NK270, right? So the captain had made an announcement saying, hey, we need you to prepare for an emergency water landing. So, of course, the oxygen mask all came down. The crew instructed the passengers, you need to inflate, get your life vest out, and so forth. It was really real, just like you see on the movies. It was really scary. And this happened like about 3,000 feet in the air. So luckily, they made a safe landing back, and they were, passengers were placed on another aircraft, and then, of course, they were headed, they got to Jamaica safely. So, that was all a mechanical issue right there, but you never know. You're flying, and sometimes you just gotta pray and just hope for the best. Now, last week, you guys heard me talk about Desi Jones, who had passed away. I just want everyone to know that his funeral is actually scheduled for, based on information that I was provided to me today, June 3rd, and that will actually be at the Holy Trinity Cathedral, that's in North Street in Kingston. So those of you who knew Desi Jones, a drummer that passed away recently, one of Jamaica's top drummers, if you want to go pay your respects, then it's on June 3, and it's going to be at the Holy Trinity Cathedral there in Kingston. Now, the Bob Marley movie, One Love. Wow. Well, that movie has been nominated for one of the best picks I'm seeing here the best picks for the BET. Yes, for the BET Awards. Yeah. So One Love has been nominated for Best Movie at the 2024 BET Movie Awards. So when, they'll be nominated, I'm not sure if they're going to win, but I'll be following up and I will let you guys know if they actually won. But I'm not, you know what? There's no surprises there, I mean, who is really surprised by that one? And finally, Marcia Griffiths, the queen of reggae. She recently celebrated 60 years in the music business in Miramar, Florida. Yeah. So, 60 years, that's like the whole of your life, But, she recently celebrated, with a concert, performing her great hits. And she also had friends with her performing, delivered, some performances. But, Marcia is just looking better and better every time. But I want to, speaking of Marcia Griffiths, let me just go off into Sister Nancy. Now, Sister Nancy, she has a story to debut at the Tribeca Film Festival. It's actually a documentary called Bam Bam. So that documentary, Bam Bam, is really about Sister Nancy's career and, all that the twists and the turns that she went through, in the music business. So you can look out for that one. But the good news is that it's going to be debuted at the Tribeca Film Festival 2024. And that's a big deal, I must say. So there's quite a lot of stuff, film and documentaries, regarding Jamaican culture that are actually coming out.
All right,
this year. So that's basically it for the buzz.
All right, thanks, Mel J. Good job with the buzz this week. Marcia Griffiths, though, I'm having some connections made so we could get her on this show here. Yes, I'm actually working on that right now. So I want the audience to stay tuned for that, as we're gonna get Miss Marcia to come and speak to us. That's one of my favorite artists there, and she had spent so much time with Bob Marley. She's just an original, I've been as long as I've been listening to Bob, I've been listening to Marcia and Judith to a certain extent, but Marcia just have a little spark with us. But thank you again. Mel J, looking forward to hearing from you next week, okay?
Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Stay warm now. Stay under the air conditioner, okay? All right?
Okay.
Always
drink 2 water jelly and eat 2 mango. All right? All right. Have a good evening.
Take care now, Mel. Okay, love. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Wow. Quite a bit happening
whole
there,
lot
huh?
there.
Yeah.
So you know what? We want to just go ahead and jump right into introducing Reverend Dr. Desmond Omal. Okay? He's the founder, the CEO of Family 360 Inc. and president of Hosanna Ministries. This gentleman hails from Kendall, Hanover. I thought there was only one Kendall in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw your bio, sir, I'm thinking, gosh, I really don't know the map of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I know, look, I know I'm not the only one in this studio who didn't know that. Okay, so let me just put it out there, right? Kendall is in Jamaica, is in Clarendon, but I thought that was it. So yeah, I mean, so Kendall, Hanover, sir. I am not going to even waste my time, Dr. Maul, to do any more. Just want to jump right into it. And I have a question for you because we all have those questions. How and when, what part of your life, at what point, and who was that person that influenced your decision to do exactly what it is that you do, each and everything that you do? Because there's a mother, a aunt, a teacher, someone that influenced it. How did that start, sir?
You know, when I came here from Jamaica, I was about 15. Went to school, my mom lied to me. I was a fan of cricket.
Cricket, all right.
And she told me they play cricket in America. And that's the only way she could convince me to come to the States. And when I came here, I realized baseball.
Okay, all right.
Baseball's not cricket.
It's not. But she gave it the closest thing that.
Yeah, she gave me the closest, whatever she bat and ball and all that stuff.
That's right. That's right.
But
that's
I
right.
forgave her. She lived to the age of 95, and I thank
Bless.
God
Bless
for
her soul.
all her hard work, and not just
Yes.
bringing me, but my dad and about 6 of us over here to the States, 1969.
Wow.
Nice, nice.
Oh, so you've been here for quite a while, huh?
Yes, been here quite a while.
Grew up here, huh?
Yes, traveled around.
Yeah.
New York, Brooklyn, New York,
Yeah.
Bed-Stuy.
Nice, nice.
You know,
I know that
then
area.
to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Then to Georgia.
Made your way coming
To
down,
Georgia.
Coming down. And my two youngest daughters are trying to get me to come to Florida.
Oh, okay. All right.
Next stop.
Yeah, next stop. What?
Next stop. So
Yeah.
was it your mom that influenced this decision? I mean, how did you get into counseling? I mean, you know, the love to do philanthropic work. I mean, who really sparked that interest in you? How did that get started?
I think it was the Lord when I became a pastor.
Yes.
My eyes were open quite a bit
Yes,
in
yes.
terms of some of the hurts
Yes.
congregations
Yes.
go through a lot.
Yes.
I believe that Sunday mornings, 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
are some of the most hurtful times for many of us Christians because
Yes.
we often go to church and we hide our pain
Yes.
and our hurts and our wounds. And we have a good time. We speak in tongues. We holler. We shout. And, you know, sing and do all of that. And when we leave, we go back home to the same craziness.
Yeah.
The same madness that we may have left. And so I decided to go back to school and do some real studies. And I looked at myself, my own background, coming from Jamaica,
Yes.
dysfunctional family,
Yes.
large family.
Yes.
I went through 2 divorces, and my wives kept telling me, "You're just like your father." Father didn't talk much, very quiet, drank a lot when he had to. But I was in the church at about age maybe 14,
Yes.
just before I came.
Yes.
And I never drank. I never drank alcohol. I never smoked weed.
That's
When I was in the police force in Philadelphia, some of the white police officers asked me about weed.
yeah, that's right.
I said, man, I know how it smells, but I've never. They look at me
Yes.
as if I was crazy.
Yes.
Say, you're from Jamaica.
I don't
Every
know
Jamaican does weed. I said, not
That's a
this one.
typical- yeah.
And not all of us do weed.
That's
Yes.
You know, so I believe the church saved me
Yes.
from a lot of things that I could have ended up in.
Yes.
And out of my pastor and seeing all the hurts and pains, I decided to not only pastor the church, but also open a nonprofit back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Faith-based outpatient mental health clinic.
That's great.
So
That's
wherever
great.
I pastor, I've always done that.
Counseling.
Because of the need. The need to go deep and look at the root causes of our problems, our pain,
Yes.
our depression, and it has nothing to do with color.
Yeah.
Of one's skin. It has a lot to do. How do we manage the daily problems that come at us? David said in one of his psalms, if it had not been for the Lord, his feet would have slipped.
Right.
How many times we have come to the edge? I was listening this week to a very professional golfer.
Yeah.
That killed himself.
Oh man, yeah, 30 years old.
30 years old, very, very successful guy. Many times we hear of very, very good-looking people.
Yes.
Successful people.
Yes.
Right.
Wealthy, poor, adults, kids. They're killing themselves.
Yeah.
If they're not killing themselves, they're drinking themselves to death. If you're a minority, you especially black males, 80 to 90% of prisoners all across the U.S. are African American Latinos. We have hurts and pains.
Right.
We don't want to deal with. We don't want to come to grips with, and we self-medicate.
Yeah.
Whether it's through drugs or alcohol or sex. Being a workaholic. We run from our trauma. All of us have trauma.
Yeah.
The trauma may be different, but families are dysfunctional.
Right.
And kids and adults get traumatized.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the church, I don't want to say the entire church, but many in the church do not want to deal with the tripartite person. We are body, soul, and spirit. We are not just spirit.
Right.
We are body. We will lose some weight. We'll go to the gym. We'll go to church and take care of the spiritual. But what about the soul?
Yes.
The soul deals with the mind, the will, the emotions.
Yes, of course.
And when we take care of one, we are lopsided. When we take care of two, we are lopsided. We must deal with the human person in a triune way. So that's been my calling, whether it's secular or Christian.
Yes.
My job is to help as many as come through the door. My office, we're open basically 7 days a week. We do in-office, we do virtual, we go to schools, we go to homes. Most places where the clients are, we go. We work with children as young as 3. As a matter of fact, I got a 2-year-old. Jesus, the other day. And I said, you better call the insurance company and make sure they're going to pay me. So we got 2-year-old up to 80-something. Couples, families. I got a large office with about 12 chairs in it for large families. I'm what you call a systemic therapist.
Okay.
That means I don't just take the peg of the orange and work with the peg. I work with the peg and the whole orange.
Wow.
Because when you put that peg back into the same orange,
come on now,
you're going to have that peg of orange still going to have problems, or you're going to have problems.
Wow.
So yes, I look at the entire family. I look at the couple. When the couple comes in, I don't just look at what's going on now, but what are some of the baggages you brought? What are some of the trauma you've brought from your childhood?
Yes.
From your previous relationships.
Yes.
And have you dealt with them? The Bible calls these things generational curses. And many times, again, in churches, we don't hear about generational curses. But if you look at Deuteronomy, I believe 28, 29, there are 2 chapters in there that outline so many of these curses. But yet God made a pronouncement. He said that these problems, these curses that we have, the sins of the fathers, will continue to the third and the fourth generation.
Right.
But at the same time, he said that there's hope.
Yes.
In Deuteronomy, I forgot what chapter, he said, teach their children.
Right.
He told the Israelites, teach their children so they don't keep repeating the same darn mistakes.
Yes. Yes.
And so as a therapist, my job is to stand in the gap and trying to break some of these generational curses to let adults and parents know you don't have to keep repeating your parents' mistakes.
Right. Right.
Your children don't have to keep repeating your mistakes.
And that's very strong, Reverend Doctor, because even from the Caribbean perspective, and I heard you speak about it earlier in your life, especially with men.
Yes.
You know, we keep making the same mistakes. We kept making the same mistakes for years and years and years until counselors started, like yourself, sprung up. And now we have counselors like yourself that we could go to and get ourselves in check because, you know, the ego thing goes on with men for years. And, you know, we're right on the verge of it because June is Mental Health Month.
Yes.
So as we get ready to start next week. So you touched on that big time.
Yes.
So we have to realize that even in the church, and what better place to do it than in the church, you know.
The church is a hospital.
It's a
hospital.
That's
you know?
it.
That's,
where sick people go different, you know, with different, I would say, diseases and different complaints, and they get, you know, fixed or taped or band-aided up or whatever it is, you know. You're right about that. Yes,
you have to address those different issues. And so, you know, I commend you for actually, and what's the name of your practice? And give us the location again.
Family 360 Inc.
Okay.
Is the mental health for-profit piece, and we also have Hosanna Ministries Inc., the non-profit aspect to what we do. They basically do the same thing, different programmings, mental health, across the spectrum. Having been a retired police officer from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we have services that reach out to law enforcement, clergy, as well as a family. We are in the process, starting in July, to provide medication management as well.
That's good.
It's so needed.
Yes, it is.
And again, that's something that the church needs to accept, that there are issues that medication can help.
Yes.
Medication doesn't cure mental health, but it does help us to function and live better.
Yes.
And how to properly medicate. You know? Because I believe a lot of times we're just the regular doctors just throw pills at you a whole lot of time. And it's a business, the industry, you know. So when they throw those pills at you, and one pill is taking care of the other pill, and you take one pill and you got two pills. You know, but when we properly learn to, you know, even take some of these pills out of our, you know, get them out of your system. You know, get that healthy life going, get that spiritual part of you going. You know, get the physical right, and you said to get the soul right. You find that some of those pills drop off. You know, work, you know,
Get the triune, as Dr. Maul said. I mean, you know, you get the mind, body, and soul because they work together in unison. You can't do one. You can't take care of the body and not take care of the mind and the soul. They all work together in unison. And so we, you know, I Dr. Maul, we could have you go on and on and on because this is so needed in our community, especially, again, like Pastor Rob alluded to, it's taboo.
Yeah.
We are just now, 2024, catching on to it. We're still not even scratching the surface because there are, and I've heard it so many times, and like you said earlier, there's marital problems, for example, that people are experiencing, couples are experiencing, relational issues. And when you say to, and I'm not trying to step on your toes now, but like you said it, Pastor Robert, you admitted, so it takes a big guy to really admit this.
Yeah.
Guess what? When you say to a man, hey, you need to go get some counseling. Who? You crazy?
Right.
Counselors for, I'm not crazy. You know, the problem is her. It's always somebody else.
Yes.
And so denial is the worst part of that, because you know you just go ahead and go into denial just to mask up. And you said it earlier too, Dr. Maul, that people go to it's a hospital. You all said it. It's a church is a hospital. People go to when they need help, and that's what it is. But a lot of times, though, the church, and I just saw this today actually, where someone went to the church because she needed some help. And as soon as she walked in that church, a sister came over and she was judging her. She says, look, first of all, cover your, wear proper clothes into church. You're coming to church for God's sakes. And I'm thinking, my God, golly, it could be that she was coming straight out of the club, guys. Why are you going to turn her away? Grab her. One of the men back there have a jacket. They have an extra shirt, whatever it is. Let him keep his jacket on and take off the shirt, or vice versa. Cover her up. Embrace her. Invite her in and take care of her. We cannot be so judgmental. And so back in the day, it was the case. That was the case. We still have those judgmental atmospheres in the church.
But praise
and
God.
So we've come a far way, and so I'm glad that we're getting there. So thank God for people like you, Dr. Maul. I mean, and what you do in this community. I mean, we applaud you. We thank you, and we need more people like you. We need mentors. I mean, more mentors like you around.
And I want Doctor to come back. We're going to have you back here, because I want to touch on the prison ministry.
Yes.
Because, we could spend a good half an hour just speaking about the importance of going inside the prisons and ministering inside. Now, we're getting out of the church, so to speak, the physical building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Outside the four walls.
That's my thing, That's my thing. That's Pastor Rob's thing, to get out of the four walls and let's get into the communities.
Yes.
Let's go down into the communities. Let's get where the people are hurting, where they live, where they're incarcerated, and that's where the real ministry takes place.
Yes.
So I saw it here that you you do. I saw the prison ministry mentioned on your brochure here. Give us a number
Point
here.
of contact.
Point of contact here before
Yeah, my office number. Our office is in Conyers. Right now we're at 2375 Wall Street, Suite 240 in Conyers. Our office number is 770-679-0586. And at the same time, my cell number is 770-940-7196. And you can email me at dmaul, that's MAUL, at family360center.com. And you can look up our website. Family 360 Counseling Center, and you'll get to know us a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
wow. We just want to say thank you so much, Dr. Maul. And if I may say so, a good friend of mine that I spoke to recently, your reputation, by the way, precedes you, because I was talking to her, and she says to me, my situation here, there was a recommendation. And man, this Dr. Maul, and I said, what? He's going to be on the show. So she's tuned in right now watching you, because she was so excited when she says, oh my God, you're going to have him on?
Hi, Michelle.
And let me tell you, there's Michelle who recommended, connected me to you. But believe it or not, this is another friend that I know outside of that. God, so you have, your ministry is reaching far and wide, and I thank God for people like you. I really thank you for what you're doing. We're looking forward to having you back very soon.
And I'd like to say this before you leave, Reverend Doctor, because our title, Reverend Doctor, we're not only doctors, but we're Reverend Doctors.
Yes.
And my mother always told me that a Reverend Doctor is one of the most distinguished doctors that you'll find, because we're dealing with the mind, soul, and the body.
Yes, exactly.
So I like to say not only doctor, let folks know that we're reverend
as
doctors.
well.
Praise God.
Yes, praise the Lord.
God. Just thought I'd big you up on that.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Enjoyed
it.
myself. It was good being here.
Thank you so much,
Good
sir.
having you here, sir. And we're going to have you back now. Okay.
All right. Anytime.
He's just going to go out and turn around and come right back in.
All right, sir.
We appreciate you coming in, sir.
All right.
Wow.
That's
amazing. Amazing.
pretend they love you now. Then behind they try to eliminate you. But who job bless? No one curse. Thank God we're past the worst. Hypocrites and parasites will come up and take a bite. And if your night should turn to day, a lot of people would run away. And who does kept fit, let them wear it. Who does kept fit, let them wear it. I take a down, I throw me gun. I take a down, I call no foul. I take a down, I cup, cup, cup. Yeah, yeah. Cup, cup, cup. Some will eat and drink with you.
Welcome back to our final segment of extremely an awesome, amazing evening, Caribbean Extravaganza. I mean, when I tell you, we've been rapping and going nonstop. Reds, it's on fire in the studio, right? Pastor Rob, Reds. I mean, it's been on fire. We've got our last and final guest here. So this is Dwayne D68 Anderson. He hails from the country. Oh, I almost went there, Pastor Robin. I know I was going to get nailed because he's Guyanese.
He's right.
And he's got a Jamaican wife. Can you imagine that combination? Let me tell you. I mean, an amazing combination here. But I'm going to allow Dwayne to introduce himself because he's an artist, but he's got a plethora of things going on because he was in the Air Force. Okay? He was doing this. He was doing that. I mean, he has merged everything that he does. I mean, everything he does is art. I mean, I met him at an art show with his amazing wife. I'm talking to them and I'm going, who, him? I mean, he was just a chill guy, and I said that was his stuff. Oh, man, I wanted to pass her off when I saw the stuff that he does. I was like, dang on it. Did not know certain things were possible. Didn't know you could play around with, what's it called, epoxy and all that stuff. I'm like, what? Wow. So, yeah, go ahead and jump right into it, Dwayne, and tell us about, first of all, how did you get started? At what point in your life did you find out that you're an artist? I mean, that you could, do what you do. I mean, how did that come about? And who influenced that, if any influenced?
All good questions. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the show.
Most welcome,
I really
sir.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But I do have one question before I delve into the background. Are you guys going to put me on after the pastor? All people, me? Really? That's what you do? All right. Good luck with that one. Also, before we delve into it, I brought you guys a little house gift.
Oh,
Okay. So
wow. Can we show that?
Dominoes that I create from epoxy resin.
Wow.
So
Man.
I did these actually in the colors of the Jamaican flag. So
that's
you
great.
know, I'm outnumbered by a bunch of yardies in here right now. So which is all
where's
right.
Red? Where's
All
Red?
love.
Where's Red? Tell him. Man,
So
can they see them?
Yeah. Make sure we get them on.
I mean, Reds, how can we, we got to see. Yeah, there you go.
The
'cause
black,
we
green,
gotta-
and gold.
Yes, I
Okay.
love it.
Love it.
Look at creativity.
Respect.
Yes.
All right,
you
so-
made those, huh?
Yeah. Come
Wow.
from these two things right here.
Yeah,
So-
man. This gentleman, I mean, when I tell you, I looked at his stuff and I'm saying, Pastor Rob, look at this. This is just.
Can't wait to drop my first 6 love with you.
Whoops, talking about 6 love. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's shuffle. Go on with it, Dwayne. I mean, how did it get started, really and truly?
When did
How
you
did this all
discover
get started?
that
At
you
what
wanted
age
to
were
skate?
you when you discovered it? And it's okay if you just started 5-6 years ago, it's all good. But I know this is born this is in you. This is innate, totally innate.
Yeah, there's a saying that goes, artists aren't created. The art creates the artist.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Repeat
Wow.
it. Repeat that
Say
for
it
us
again.
Artists-
Rewind and come again.
Artists aren't created.
Created. Yes.
The art creates the artist. So everything that you do in life, your experiences, your interactions with different people, different jobs, different cultures, everything influences you, right? So as I've gone through the journey of life, I've been blessed with all of these different types of experiences.
Okay.
As Sharon says, I'm ex-military.
Yeah.
I'm Guyanese, so I come from a Caribbean culture that is, I know all y'all gonna say Guyana in the Caribbean, but we can have that discussion another day.
Another day.
Because it's Caribbean.
Being.
Right.
You're being.
Of the Caribs.
Yes.
You understand?
Oh, no, we don't.
We can't break the word down.
I
you
never had a
understand?
conversation. No, that's not something that I.
No, I'm not saying you, but if you go
Yeah.
on Instagram, you're gonna see it plenty. I'm kind of a Instagram tete. Yeah, man, I just delve in and.
Reg, you heard that, right?
Yeah,
He said an Instagram tete. All right. Go ahead, Shelly. You influencing him. Yes.
But so as I said, it's really about all of the experiences. I've been blessed with those experiences. I've traveled all over the world, being ex-military, being a consultant in IT field.
Wow.
I've gone so many places that I've been blessed to see all kinds of different cultures.
Right.
And and it's funny, you asked a question about when the artist was born, right?
Right.
And I would say probably when I was born.
Wow.
And the reason I say that is not because I really picked up art as a kid, but there are little bits and pieces, if I look back, that I've always done.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed with, my father, who was a man of the hand, right? He did things with his hand around the house. And therefore,
Yes.
you say, come, man, let me teach you this, let me teach you that. Sometimes you don't want to go and you don't want to listen, but,
True.
Daddy said, come, and so I went.
Yes.
And so he said, help me do this with the car, help me do this. And my dad was a electrical technician, right?
Okay.
So different from electrical engineer, different
Yes.
from IT, but these are guys who do things with, computer chips and, fixing, like he worked for NCR at one point in his life, National Cash Register.
Yeah.
And I can remember him teaching me how to solder and stuff like that. And these are all things that I picked up from my dad. And then when I went in the military, I was blessed to be an interior electrician.
Okay.
So, and as an interior electrician, I was part of the civil engineering squadron. And civil engineering encompasses electrical, so interior electrical, exterior electrical, power production, carpenters, plumbers, so all of the tradesmen that will help to build your house, right? So I picked up little things from them as I went along in my Air Force journey and, always carried that with me throughout. And I think, I talked a little bit about when I was born, because I can remember even back when I was a kid, I remember one Mother's Day, I was trying to find something for my mom to make her. I was probably like, I don't even know, maybe 9 or 10 at the time, and I was trying to find something to make her. And I remember seeing this box, so I talked to my dad, and I said, hey, I want to get this from Mom. Can we get it? And I want to put it together when it comes. It was a box. You just, screw it up and glue it up and stuff, and it had some lining inside. So I remember doing that for her, and that was one of the first products that I probably actually produced that had wood to it, because I love wood.
Yes.
My beautiful wife is always telling me, oh, you need to finish this better. It's not finished. And that's the joy of it.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's the joy of it. It doesn't have to be finished.
Yes.
You get to a place
It's
with
art.
your art. Exactly.
It's art. That's art. And even I know that.
And your finish and another person's finish might be different. Art is subjective.
Yes.
You
Got
know?
you. Got you.
You will show a piece to, I don't know, let's pick a number, 10 people.
Yes.
And you will probably elicit a different response from each of those individuals. Because, again, it's our experience that we're seeing in the art.
That's good.
Art speaks to us all in different ways.
Yes.
And so for me, that's kind of been the journey. And when I learned that I really wanted to jump into this, I could go. This is a very morphing conversation in terms of just how and when it really started.
Yes.
Currently, as an adult.
Yes.
So I would say, if I'm honest, when COVID hit,
no way.
Yeah, man.
Impossible.
It's
Pastor
true.
Rob, I don't believe him. I'm just telling you right now. I've seen the stuff that he created.
But,
no way.
But I kind of
since COVID.
Kind of do, because you see, COVID was really,
it was training ground.
Worked on a lot of individuals and brought out a lot of things that we were out there for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But
it was
kind
just
of
dormant.
forced us to do something with this now.
Yes.
Let's get it out there. So so that's where you were, huh?
Yeah, and it's funny because we had a couple of older pieces in our garage.
Yes.
There was a stand. There was a bureau. As we would say in the Caribbean, a break front.
A break front.
A break front is?
Right.
A break front is etagee, as they would say in the British, right?
Yes,
so it's where we keep all the china and things like that,
yes.
A bureau.
The break front.
That's a word we use for Jamaica.
Yes.
We call it a break fronting.
Break front, yeah.
Yes,
So in Jamaica we say break front.
So the break front, we didn't need a break front. We like to drink wine. That's why I asked you, are you putting me on? You putting me on after the...
Yeah,
we like to drink wine amongst other
so
things.
good. I do too. The Bible says, you eat bread and you drink wine.
Well, you don't have to worry about
Communion.
that, because I've been counting the time you said blessing about 5 times. So don't fool yourself.
No, there's a spirituality there for sure. The spirituality is real.
It's real.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Because it's also what drives the art.
Yes.
You have to be able to be in tune with a different aspect of thyself. And sometimes thyself is...
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
And guess what?
So what you did with that break front?
But remember, even Jesus turned water into what?
Listen,
wine,
man.
So you're beating down the wine.
I'm not beating down the wine at all. I love my wine.
We're not arguing because I love my wine too. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, we wanted a wine cabinet.
Yes.
So went on Amazon. I said, okay, babes, we're gonna do this in this color, and we're gonna use these color in terms of the fittings, right, for the glasses and the bottles and such.
Yes.
And we dismantled the cabinets, and I'm a good putter together. So after we decided what we wanted to do, we took out some of the glass, put in some other shelves, and one cabinet was formed.
That's what I'm
beautiful
talking
color
about.
from
Wow.
the kind of, it was a kind of mahogany kind of brown, but we turned it into like a, what's the color called there, babes? Aubusson blue.
Oh,
okay. Wow.
So
say that again.
Aubusson blue. So the Aubusson rugs?
Yes.
Okay, it's the blue inside
yes,
that rug.
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You
it's
joking,
no,
man?
it's
You gotta
called
have that.
Aubusson
Yeah.
blue.
Do you have that picture up on the screen somewhere?
I don't know, I don't
So we
think
gotta
so.
get that. You gotta.
Yeah, I'll share that with you guys.
Yes, yes.
So we can put that up.
So
But
did
yeah,
your
so
did
that
your
was the
wife
first
get
piece.
nervous at any point when she saw you pulling things apart? Did she say, "Oh God, Jesus"? Now COVID did this. My husband's losing it. I mean, or did she just trust the process? Was she? Because she looked like she's, she's a manager. She's a, that kind of stuff. But she's a perfectionist. So we can say we're in the studio, so we can just run that right.
She is what we
She's
call
the
the
order.
finisher.
Okay.
Yes, she is that part. I love
She's
that word.
QA.
Yes,
as I like to call her sometimes. She's
Yes.
my QA lead.
Yes, I love that.
No, but she actually was there with me throughout the process, and
Wow.
we picked the different aspects of the piece together.
Really?
She helped me to paint because one thing, as much as I might be called an artist, one thing that I hate to do
It's painting. Don't say that.
I hate to paint, I'm talking about walls and listen, furniture is not so bad, but you see walls.
Yes.
I'm not painting no wall. No.
Oh, that's too funny.
Call up people.
So
to do
they've
that
got
thing.
teamwork going there, Pastor Rob. I mean,
Yes.
when I tell you
Yes.
both of them, when I
can
met
see it
them,
right now.
oh my
I can
goodness,
see it
when
right
I
now.
met them and I said, well, hold on a second. I mean, this dude. I mean, he's like what, 6 foot tall, and she's probably barely 2 feet. a little doll baby. And I'm going, boy, she packs a punch because I was talking to her and I thought, is she the artist or her husband? Who's the artist here? Because she's a finisher, like he says. I love
So
the
you have to have
teamwork
a
you got
finisher.
going. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to have a finisher.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I
You
like
have
the
to have someone
teamwork.
to look and
Yes.
say, hey,
Yes.
Yes.
think about this.
Yes.
Think about
Yes,
that, and
yes.
Make sure that this, because as artists, and we spoke about this before, you tend to want to just stop after a while. You say, all right, this is enough.
Yeah.
But there are sometimes things that you don't recognize in a piece that someone might come in and say, hey, I know this is good enough for you,
Yeah.
but your client,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And so that's okay, right? But it can't be in the complete process. You have to be careful with too much input,
Yes.
outside input
Yes.
from within yourself, from
Yes.
yourself, the artist, right? Because if
Yes.
you take too much into consideration from what everybody else is telling you,
Yes.
you're going to lose yourself.
Yes.
And it becomes everybody else's work.
Too
not
many
yours.
cooks spoil the broth.
But you guys work as a team.
Oh,
You
they
see
do,
that?
man.
Oh, for
So
sure.
so you don't take that advice from any and everybody. You guys were put together for a reason.
Yes.
For this purpose, and she finishes what
You start.
You start and what you've
I
been
love it.
created.
Well,
But I know you brought something with you today.
Yes.
that
Yes.
you
Something
wanna-
else over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes.
I think you guys have a picture of this one.
Yes.
Up on
Okay.
the screen, but I don't know if you want to put it up on the screen. I can hold it up.
Yes, hold it up for us.
All right. So this is called "Follow Me." So this picture here, or this work of art here,
Yes.
basically symbolizes a couple of things from not only my childhood growing up in a Guyanese house, but also my Caribbean being.
All right.
All right. As a
I love it.
adult, right?
Yes.
So I can remember as a kid, well, even as an adult, every time I go to Guyana, we don't do mixed drinks per se. You can get mixed drinks in a club or something like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
If you go in Lyman, right, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting in
Yes.
your par,
Uh-huh.
right? We bring out a bottle, we bring out some ice, and
That's
a couple
it.
of chasers.
That's
And
it.
you mix your thing right there at the table.
Right at the table.
So what I remember is there used to be these trays with handles, and inside the tray used to have advertisements.
Okay.
And the
Yes, I
advertisements
remember
used to,
that.
Yes,
they used
yes,
to be either
yes.
of rum,
Yes, I
beer,
remember.
Yes.
you know, different aspects of Caribbean life.
Yes.
Right? And so that's what it used to be.
Okay.
And so
Love that.
what I took here is basically, this is actually an artist board. It's actually supposed to be used on this side, which is the flat side. But I took this side and I said, I want to create a tray.
Yes.
So in creating the tray, I wanted to show a couple different aspects. So one, obviously, the advertisement.
Yeah.
But this advertisement isn't just any old advertisement.
Yes.
This is of GT Bana Rum.
Yes,
which
yes.
Up here, right?
Yes.
GT Bana.
GT Vanna. Oh, Lord. You know what that is, Pastor Rob? Guyanese rum.
Yeah,
that's
That's
all right.
GT.
Learn
So
something every
GT
day.
is
Love
what
it.
we used to call
Learn.
is Georgetown, which is the capital of
Okay. All right. Very good. Learn
Say,
something
yo,
new
we're
every
going
day.
GT, that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
And
All
Bana
right.
is like, what do you say, pari, what do you guys say? Mapari?
Sparring.
Sparring. Is it a
Oh,
sparring
when you
partner?
call my boy or my girl or my
Oh,
friend.
my brethren.
Brethren.
My brethren.
Brethren.
Or my
It's
sister.
like yeah, what a sister.
Call it
right?
party.
So Bana is like that.
Yeah.
Right. You got the male Bana, then you got the female Binny.
Bini.
Okay.
Oh,
So
really?
Bana
Bana
and
and
Bini,
Bini.
right? Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. But Binny is more like a kind of hug up.
Oh, so the girlfriend.
Yeah, but
He's
Bana
sweet.
is, if you see another guy and he's brethren, you'll say, yo, what go on, Bana?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
go-
I've heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I didn't know what it meant.
And then the dominoes, obviously, playing bones on the table,
Yes,
while we
yeah.
drink.
I love that.
You know, and then the reason I call this piece
Yeah.
Show 'em
Yeah.
is because this is actually a real game that my son and I played,
Okay. All right. Now.
right? So we
Really?
played this game, and I took what outcome of this game, and I put it here.
Okay.
Okay, he won.
Okay.
Right?
That's all right.
So he
Wow, I
won.
love this.
I had two hands going.
Okay.
So as you can see, the game lock, right? One
Yes.
and one, game lock.
Tight.
But he
Yeah.
had the
the
lowest points.
points. Okay.
But this is also my hand.
Okay.
This is this hand.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I put the hand, and then I did a cutout of my hand, right? Burned the what do you call these things? Your lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your different lines, right? I burned the lines into it, and then I just decided what to do with this. It just came natural. And I just did it in the Guyanese colors.
Wow.
Guyanese flag.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Somebody says here, Princess Adissa Wainwright. She says, love the dominoes around the bottle.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, go on, Princess.
Big up, Princess.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for
Every
tuning
time.
in, guys.
Princess is good people.
Nice,
Family
nice,
friend.
nice. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
And this is what it is too. Support, because I mean, honestly, I met him at an art show. This is where I met him and his wife. At the Swanee art show that Tammy Gammon, the curator that she did. I mean, she brings people together. When I tell you this artist, she's been in the studio before, by the way. She's no stranger to CLTV. She is amazing. She's just a super talented, gifted queen. And that's how I would just encapsulate everything about her. She's just good brethren and sister in Albana and Binny to Shelly and Dwayne, myself. I mean, so honestly, I mean, this whole thing of putting stuff together, I mean, does your son, I mean, does he have any inkling? I mean, what is his part in this? I mean, because you know how sometimes you have parents who are talented or artistic, and like you said, it's born in you, it's innate. It's a time for everything. So sometimes it doesn't come out immediately, and they may just play around and say, "Daddy, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested."
Yeah.
But later on, you see something. Do you see anything in your son that resembles what you're doing? I mean,
think
he
he'll
has
be,
any interest?
I think he'll be very similar to his mom in that aspect.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
it'll
that's
be
cool.
his mom's a phenomenal writer.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
Got
she's
you.
a phenomenal communicator.
Got you.
So I think he will be best with that gift. I see it already in
Yeah,
the way that
yeah.
he's coming along.
Yes.
So I think that will be his. That is his gift.
That's his gift.
And his gift will manifest itself when he's ready. Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
so
And
Mike-
for now, because you never know, because like you said, COVID took your artistry to come out. You never know what will cause his to go, hey, you know what, my dad used to do this.
Yeah.
And he, I saw him do this and I like
True
this.
story.
So, I mean, in his writing and his stuff, he's creating, because the arts, it's just something that I think, honestly, it's innate. I mean, the juices come out, and it comes out in different forms, in different formats, because I've seen that. And so don't sleep on that one. You know what I mean? I know you won't be surprised. Yeah, you won't be surprised.
But I
for
do
sure.
want to plug into what you said earlier
Yes.
in regards to Tammy.
Yes.
So Tamara Gammon is. So I have a couple of mentors. Right?
Yes.
Predominantly, which is crazy, and I think this is another reason why I went into art so hard in the last probably 6 months. I've been hitting it hard, is because Tammy has said, she gave me a charge. She said, "You really want to be an artist?" Because I've been playing around with it, right? And I said, "Yeah, man, let me do this thing." I said, I've got so much going on in here.
Yes.
We were speaking earlier, and I said, we were talking about how hard it is for people to actually visualize things and then do it.
Yes.
It is the easiest thing for me to do.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to boast or anything.
No.
But if I can see something here in my mind's eye, it's a done deal.
Done deal.
Right.
Well, I will figure out a way to make that happen.
Well, you see, it's a gifting.
Yeah, I get it.
Because some people that's a gifting that you've been given.
Yeah.
And it took COVID to bring it out of you. But if someone realizes that they have that kind of gifting, what advice would you give that person?
Man, I would say, and it's tough, right? Because being an artist can make you full, but it can make you hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So, meaning
That's
that
what they say. So there's a true meaning to the starving artist.
Yes,
in every
100%.
in every way.
Right?
100% of the
100%.
word.
So, what I would say is, depending on where you are in your life,
Yes.
or what your life really is focusing on.
Yes.
If you want to go to France as a young person, do that, but do it then.
Yes.
Because as an older person, it gets much harder because you got children, you got wife, you got house, you got bills.
Yes.
Yeah, responsibilities, huh?
Responsibilities. So you have to be able to say to yourself, all right, if I'm going to do this, I have to be able to have a plan in action that says, if this doesn't work, what do I have to fall back on?
Yes.
All right. And this is the reason why, I'm an artist, but I'm also an MBA.
Okay.
I also have a bachelor's in management
I've seen
information
that.
systems.
Yeah, I
It's
see
my
that.
IT background. It's what has provided me the opportunity to be able to go into some of these spaces and do some of the things that I'm able to do. Wow. And I'm blessed with that, and I'm thankful for that. But do I want to continue to do that for the rest of my life? Of course not.
Okay.
Would I love to just create? 100%.
Yes.
But what I would say to that person, to answer your question, is always have something to fall back on. If you decide that you can't, for whatever reason, right, the stars don't always align, that you can be a Picasso. Or, and most of these artists posthumously, right? But I know a lot of artists right now, you know, talk about a Tim Akumura, right? We're going to talk about some artists that I know that are doing big things out there. You know, a Devin Rodriguez, young kid that just goes in the subway and does his thing.
Yes.
These are cats that I admire, right? I got my boys, Gavin Jordan, Levi Robinson, you know, Basil Watson.
Oh, man, yes, of course.
All these people are not just friends, they're mentors.
Yes.
You know, and so I'm blessed.
And like
with
you
that.
said, the
But I would
Tammy
say
Gammons, you know.
Know the time and always have something to fall back on.
Yes.
But if it's here, get it out.
All right.
I want to say hello. Thank
name.
you for tuning in, Martin Williams.
Tell me about the name.
D68.
Yeah. D68. Yeah.
That's the year.
No, it's you trying to figure out a couple of things here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yes,
so D obviously is a nickname that everybody has always called me. Right. Don't say Dwayne. Most people that know me well, they say, "What's up, D?"
What's up, D?
My brother and my sister. I'm D1. My brother's D2. My sister's D3. Right. So the D, we're all Ds, and then all my friends D. So I was born in 1968.
I figured that.
And so, you know, that's where everybody out there knowing my age now, but that's okay.
That's all good.
You know, it's all good. I look good for my age.
Yeah, you do.
All right, thank you.
You do.
So that's where the D68 came.
That's where the D68, but it's actually a longer, which is also my Instagram handle, shameless plug, which is D signed.
Yes.
So D, the initial D.
Yes.
And then SIGNED.
Okay.
Yes.
So D signed 68.
Okay.
So I shortened that to be just D68.
D68.
So just for the comings and goings and being able to share people who what my artist name is.
So where can we see? Do you have a little gallery where we could just see your
Sure, you can go on my artist page, which is D signed 68. So DSIGNED 68.
Okay.
And it's on Instagram.
Yes.
You could also check out my personal Instagram page as well. It's a public page. There's nothing there to hide.
Yeah.
So that is Them Call Me D. So DEMCALLMEHD.
Okay, Them Call Me D.
Call me D. Oh, I like that.
That's my personal
Very
page.
creative. So you mentioned something, and I'm big on mentoring. I mean, mentoring is my thing, because as much as we don't even understand it, and a lot of us don't misconstrue it because we don't even, I never had a mentor. Well, guess what? You don't have a clue, because every one of us had a mentor. Our teachers were our mentors.
Parents.
I mean, our parents, I was just going to say, our parents were our first mentors. So, every time people say, oh, well, I don't have role models and I don't have this, and I'm going, not what society says. It's not how they frame it. We all have mentors, and you know what? Age is only a number. I mean, you can have a mentor who is 20 years younger than you, 30 years younger than you, because it's something that they know that you want to know. You want to, and so a lot of times pride gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm so proud of you, D68, Dwayne, because guess what? The fact that you were able to break it down and say, you know what, Tammy Gammon, I mean, a female, because a lot of guys, especially. Yes, men from our culture now, and I will go there, because they tend to be so egotistical, and I'm not trying to knock y'all, but they try to be so egotistical. I mean, this big fat ego, the fact that you made a hard pause and say, you know what, Tammy Gammon, a mentor, a female, she knows what she's doing, and I trust her to sort of guide me, and we can work along together, because together, team, I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm telling you, when I stepped into Sewanee that night in that whole setup that they had, let me tell you, Pastor Rob, Reds, I was blown the heck away. I was like, man. Picasso, who? D68, Tammy. I mean, Alana. I mean, there were so many artists up in there. When you hear when you hear the stories, I was like, this is crazy. I wish so many people could have seen this. You know what I'm saying? The High Museum is missing out on a lot. All these art galleries are missing out on these great people. So,
that,
you know, yeah.
So where can we see you next? Is there a
What's the next? There's a show coming up where? Yeah.
So we have a couple of
events.
I'm part of a collective called K. Alexander Galleries, which is actually run by Tammy Gammon. So we're doing I shouldn't say a bunch because a couple of us, not everyone is going to be doing solo shows, but I'll be doing a solo show, and it will be at the Lilburn Cultural Center.
Nice.
So that's going to be next month, June, I believe, 15th.
Okay, really?
Okay, and that will be on your website.
Yeah, that'll be on my Instagram. It'll be still working on the website. Website is TBD. I'll put the website up so we can get the pieces out there. And
that's good.
Put some prices and such to them.
Okay. Yeah. And give us because that's right in my neighborhood.
Yes.
In Lilburn over there.
Okay.
To my territory.
Yes.
Yeah. So where exactly you said it was?
And the date.
Yeah, at the cultural. I think it's called the Cultural Arts Center.
Yes.
So it's going to be in Lilburn at the Cultural Arts Center, and the date is June 15th. I'll solidify that with Tammy to make sure because I have to shift mine around a little bit just because of how some dates align for me this summer. I have some other things going on this summer, and I wanted to make sure that I got that done.
Yeah, I want to know because I'm going to be sending persons over there because, I mean, let me tell
man,
you.
Please
tell us about the tables and the other. I mean, there's so much to discuss, but I mean, give us a little hint of that before you go because we got to get a taste of that part.
Yeah, the furniture, like I said, the furniture kicked it off probably with COVID, right? And then, the wife and I doing things here and there, created a couple pieces for our home in Florida when we had that house. And then, when we moved here and I started the artist journey as a whole, I decided that I'm going to work with wood primarily. And it was funny, we were in Florida, I believe it was one Christmas at some friend's house, also Jamaican. At some friend's house, and we were, and it was Gavin Jordan, right? And we were there, and there was a piece that his wife Tamika wanted us to wanted me to help out with, and so I did that piece, and it's funny in doing that piece, I realized I got a lot of patience.
You do,
yeah, because it was stuff that the table had, and I had to take the lacquer off and do this with the paint and sand. Did I mention I had to sand?
Oh my God!
So there was a lot of sanding involved in that paint in that piece. And Tammy, I'm coming for you because you put
pressure
a magazine on top, and the magazine get wet and sweat, and you know how it happens to stick.
Oh yes,
so I gotta go fix that for her. But so I'll sort that out when I get there. But yeah, that's the work in terms of the furniture, because I don't want to just create furniture. Anybody can create furniture.
Yes.
I want to create art.
Yes.
Right? And in doing so, when I look at a bench, for example, what can we do to this bench to make it different?
Wow. Totally. Totally.
So
I have a few benches at home.
Carve in some stuff and then maybe inlay with some epoxy. Yes. Maybe put some gold leaf here.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some pieces that are coming.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something.
I
see them think this.
I'm playing that Mega Million because I'm coming for your pieces. I mean, when I tell you,
necessary. Don't worry about that.
I mean, he's got some fantastic stuff. Once more before we go, just tell us where people can find you, because I mean, people are going to be curious now. Who is this dude? Who is he? We got to find him.
Just a dude. So where you can find me, you can reach me on IG.
Okay.
My number is there, along with my profiles, my email address. My email address for the art is dsigned68 at gmail.com. So if you want to reach me via email, you can reach me there. And then like I said, my phone number is also on my artist page as well. So you can reach me there as well.
And can you give us that page again?
Yeah, so dsigned, so that's DSIGNED. So it's basically designed without the E, the first E, and then 68.
Very good, very good.
Yeah,
well, all right.
Wow.
Mr. D68 and wife.
I love this. I love this. Big up to Shelly. Big up to Shelly
gotta
because you
have
know
her
what?
on next time
Teamwork.
as an artist, yeah.
You know, I love this. I love the teamwork. I love the teamwork with you.
That's the real one. She
That's
got
the
some
real
stuff coming too.
So
Oh
thanks
man,
for,
nice.
Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate you
this
guys
evening.
coming
Yeah,
in. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
you. Appreciate having you and your patience. I mean, you've just, you know, I mean, you made our evening. This was the icing on the cake for us, man. This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Yeah. And you guys didn't hear any curse words out of me. So
Okay, that's good.
I behave myself because I don't want him to.
Okay. That's all right.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
a
It's all
family
good. It's a
show.
family show. It's a family friendly show.
man,
It's all good. I appreciate you coming in though, stopping in on us again.
And thank you guys for having
Thank you.
us.
Most
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir.
Absolutely.
Looking forward
Blessing.
to coming down and seeing some of your pieces
Yeah,
at the show.
definitely.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
That's
Anything
good.
involves,
Wow.
I'll come back anytime.
Yes,
Oh,
of course,
you're
of
welcome
course.
to come back here. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I was going to ask. I was just going to tell, look, I was going to go ahead and just tell the wife that, listen, put him on the calendar for this, you know, are you guys going to be around? We're having him back.
Yeah,
Okay,
whenever I
with
do
the
these
new
things, that's why I like to make sure everybody knows.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's-
yes, yes.
This is not about a head thing, you know. This is
That's all right now.
I appreciate the
Thank you.
Absolutely. We
All
appreciate
right,
you
so
both.
with that,
Thank you, Will. Yes.
We're going to say, yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
long.
Yeah, we got to
We're
go.
out.
Wrap it up here right at
Yes.
Caribbean
Caribbean
Extravaganza today.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you back, having you back here next week as we enter into June. And I'm looking forward to June as June will be a men's mental health month. And we're going to be speaking to a lot of men during the coming month.
Yes.
That's a big thing. But thank you guys for coming down. Appreciate you guys. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Looking forward to coming out to Lilburn, seeing
Yes.
some of that show. All right.
Until next Tuesday.
Until next week.
Same time, same place, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
The time is right. You hold me tight. Love got me high. Yeah. Please tell me yes. And don't say no. Not tonight. I need your love so desperately. In more ways than one. And I promise I won't leave till I see the morning sun peep through the window pane. You know love won't let me